morning, Star. We're to the Cord, Game Club's official podcast. How we doing today, boys?
First off, it's not morning.
Well,
But it's 4
when
p.m.
it gets released, it'll be morning. You people.
What we're gonna say there?
This week we have Ben, we have Anthony, and our guest Justice Esho. I think you all know him. He is a Source Senior, otherwise known as Fire Just Ice. That's his name, not mine. I didn't make that up. That's him entirely. How you doing, Just? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, guys. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, how you fellas feeling? How you doing, Ben Lima?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm just in the middle, little advertising. I'm starting a new club right now, so I'm just chilling, working on that.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
You know, might as well do a bit more self-advertising. Ben is a Twitch streamer now. Catch him at twitch.tv/BWENBO, Buenbo. Mine is the 2 E's. Catch him there. Streaming whenever the heck he wants to. And finally, expect in a couple of weeks some new things from Game Club. Some new events happening, some fundraisers, and some other events with clubs and ASB. So expect that soon. Big things going for Game Club. Maybe some tournaments too. We'll see. We'll talk about it. We'll probably won't have one. That's okay. All right, boys. Let's just jump right into it. So I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but TikTok is a thing.
Unfortunately,
It is a thing.
It is a thing.
It's quite a big thing. I don't know about you, but like I have little cousins going around doing little cousin things.
Doing TikTok. Yeah, so do I.
feels bad, man. Feels bad.
It's
I
just
think-
cousin things.
You know, my little cousin have a TikTok right now and it has like over 140,000 views, and I'm like, wow, good to know.
What? Your cousin is famous on TikTok.
Yeah, my cousins they are. But that is all coming to an end. I'm not sure if you read yesterday. President Donald Trump has announced that he's going to be banning TikTok in the U.S. Within the next 2 weeks, thanks to
Finally.
Chinese data mining.
No, that's gonna go.
So what do you guys think about that? Because Liam, what do you think about that? Because Ben and Justice have quite shown their opinion already.
I mean, my only question is what significance is it gonna have to it? Like, I guess the common argument could be, oh, you know, it's the easiest way for it. I guess because it's a Chinese manufactured app.
Yeah, data mining. That's a concern.
That maybe he could be worried about the Chinese spreading the propaganda, but I mean, he does that using his Twitter every day, so I really don't see the problem.
You know, Anthony, this isn't a political podcast. Let's not get into that. We're talking about TikTok, Anthony. Let's not do this.
TikTok has to do with politics. At least Donald Trump has made it seem like that.
Anyways, but
It is TikTok, dude.
you know, my concern with TikTok comes with a lot of people nowadays are already starting to make their money off TikTok, right? There's only a lot of people who are making a good income on TikTok. I can't name any
it's kinda
because
like Vine.
I'm not mentally insane, but that's what I'm scared of. It's like Vine. So what happened when
Yeah.
Vine died? You
They
guys
all went to
remember what
YouTube.
happened when Vine died?
They all went to YouTube.
I don't remember what happened when Vine died.
Well, Jake Paul is on YouTube right now,
Yeah,
so there you
Jake
go,
Paul,
buddy.
yeah.
So what do you think is gonna happen to all these TikTok stars?
They're gonna go to Twitter.
I'm scared
Alright.
to see.
I think that's it for the night, boys.
Already? All right, boys. That's from the court. But I'm kind of curious what's gonna happen next. A lot of these people rely on TikTok money, and when it's banned in the U.S., they can't get paid. So I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube has a new slew of YouTubers coming in.
And
Yeah.
it's already bad enough as is, so that's just gonna make it even worse. No, please, God, no.
Yeah, YouTube is a storm. I can't say the first part of that an aphorism, but it's a storm.
It for sure is a storm. You know, I feel like it's just natural progression. Like, you know, over time, things just kind of like die out. I mean, in this case, it's more so like TikTok is a Chinese government-based app or whatever. It's based in China, so it's like, oh, this is automatically very bad. We should get rid of this. And my question is, why did it take so long?
I mean, Justice, taking from what you said so far, I'm gonna assume you have an anti-TikTok stance. Why is that?
I mean, for me, it's mainly just like, okay, yeah, you get to watch people react to things, make compilations. Some of the things that on TikTok is cool, don't get me wrong, but like a lot of it's just like people dancing to certain music or like recreating something. It's just like, it's not my niche. Like, you know, YouTube, yeah, that's cool and everything, Twitch, stuff like that, and anime, obviously, but like, I mean, if you enjoy using TikTok, then I'm not going to take that away from you. It's just for me, I find it like a kids thing, you know, like it's something
Right.
that kids will enjoy. They'll find their attention span is short anyway. So like TikTok is a great way for them to be engaged for longer than 5 seconds. Whereas for me, it's like, okay, this is cool for like a minute, and after that just gets repetitive, and also kind of bitter at the fact that there are people younger than me who are like way more famous, and it's like everything I've done up till now has just been completely useless.
Well, that's the beauty of TikTok. And, Justice, you don't have to worry about taking these kids' TikToks away because the U.S. government are doing that.
True, fair point.
Yes.
I do think it's natural progression. I think none of us were around way back when. Back in like 2006, 2007, Newgrounds was the big place to be for animators on online platforms. And then Newgrounds died. And all these people in animation went to YouTube. When Vine died, same thing. MySpace, same thing. I think it's just natural progression. When YouTube dies, boy, I don't know what's gonna happen then.
I don't think that's happening for a while.
Twitch dies.
It's not going to happen for at least another decade.
The day that Twitch dies, everybody's going to Mixer.
Well, Mixer's already dead. Mixer's already dead, man.
It's already dead, but...
Because like Twitch and YouTube employ hundreds of thousands of people working at their studios, actual creators, so it's going to be a big problem.
I feel like a new platform for streaming and uploading videos will be created at that point, but that's not like years from now. Like,
right, YouTube gaming, yeah.
Actually, I was gonna say, relating to that, I remember there were some Twitch talks when Dr. Disrespect got banned, and people were like, "Oh, where's Dr. Disrespect gonna go?" Someone immediately mentioned Facebook Gaming Live, and I was like, I mean, that's kind of viable. Yeah, it is the thing.
I have a friend that watches on it, and I'm just like, oh, this is a thing.
You use Facebook Gaming. What a gamer, dude. Real gamers use Facebook Gaming.
He watches streamers on Facebook Gaming.
How many streamers are there on Facebook? Like 4? 6 maybe?
I think there's actually quite a bit. Like, I think it's actually like a thing.
No, I know there's like one famous person there.
It's definitely bigger than Mixer.
Toast. Undisguised Toast. He's on Facebook Gaming. I think it's just him.
There's a lot of COD streamers, I think.
That explains why a lot of Minecraft streamers on Twitch. That's all I see on there.
Wait a minute, COD is still alive?
Warzone.
Oh, that's right. Wait, the game with like 100 gigabyte updates?
The game that everybody loves, Steve.
The game with the 100 gigabyte updates. The one where people actually have to have an RTX 2080 to run it at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, that sounds like something I could definitely put on my potato PC.
I could just download it on my Xbox and play it. So.
Yes. My Xbox will definitely survive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of consoles, guys, the PS5, that's a thing apparently.
Oh, the router, yeah.
It's just it's a new Reggie form, dude.
The router in the refrigerator?
Yes, pretty much, yeah. It's a 3-in-1. It's a router, it's a refrigerator, and it's a cassette player, not a cassette player, a VHS player.
Wait. Which model are you guys gonna get? You guys gonna pay extra for the backwards compatibility, or are you guys just gonna get the digital one?
The digital one.
Can you imagine, like, a company just like, man, I want to buy this game, but it's not on digital yet because I can't buy it yet. I gotta wait till it comes out on digital.
Looking back, right, the PlayStation 1 was a pretty bulky thing. Like, you could, like, legitimately play a VHS on that, and it would make sense. And then the PlayStation 2, a little bit more slim, depending on which edition you got. And the PS3 was, like, going back to that somewhat bulky form. And now it's like the PS5 is bulkier than the original PlayStation. And it's like, this is backwards progression.
I recall watching a video.
Bigger is better.
Exactly. I recall watching a video of the PS3, and it was like, at the time, Sony wanted to be futuristic and like be like really endeavor to the new console. And the first 3 months, it sold horribly. It was a huge flop because it cost $600 for a base model, and it had things that nobody needed. Tell me, does anyone here know what a CF is? A CF card is?
No.
Well, the PS3 had one. So I think like after like 3 months, Sony will realize, oh wait, we're not invincible. People aren't going to have to buy a PS5. We have to lower the price or something.
Hey man, this is why the highest console I've ever owned at any one point in time was an Xbox 360, and to this day I have a PlayStation 2. And that's it.
The 360 was a beautiful console.
I'm evolved into a PC gamer, so.
You guys have never owned an original Xbox, have y'all?
I have. It is a banger.
I remember playing Sonic Heroes on it, and that was the only game I would ever play.
Oh,
because I didn't know about shooting games.
Sonic. Okay, that's your personal opinion. No, I'm just saying.
Dude, Sonic, I can top that. I had 2 PlayStation 1 as a kid, and all I remember was playing SpongeBob, okay?
I like that.
I mean,
come home from preschool, boot up the PlayStation, hop on some SpongeBob, and try to get all the jellyfish catchers, man. It was just... it was life.
When all the boys are on SpongeBob.
Squad up.
I was going to say, now that you mention it, I legit think I have a game, the SpongeBob game that came out on the Wii. I think it was like the first interactive fighting SpongeBob game.
Oh, you're talking about Smash Bros. Brawl, right?
Yeah. Dude, that was a crazy DLC announcement. I remember that day.
Bro, Sakurai listens to this video right now. Add SpongeBob Business as the next DLC character. You won't.
DLC 7, there we go. Yeah, my first console was the Wii 2. Yeah.
Funny arms character.
Let's not talk about that. The funny. No, let's not talk about that then.
Finally, there's someone that people hate more than Belmont.
I still hate Belmont.
Ah.
Why is it that every time you're on the podcast, you bring up people hating Belmont? Like, I remember.
Yeah, like, you don't even play Smash anymore, Lima. Like, we can be talking about, like, politics or, like, someone dying, and you're like, man, that does not suck as much as Richter Belmont. And it's like, Lima.
That's how strong people hate Richter. The
okay,
fact that
let's move on. Let's move on, shall we? I'm not doing this for the 17th time. God bless.
I could be playing Rocket League right now.
Okay, but
I'm writing an email as we speak.
Nintendo. Nintendo's a pretty old company. They've been around since the 1860s. To think that during the Civil War, Nintendo was popping out playing cards in Japan is funny to me.
Really?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they're a very local. Nintendo's done some interesting things.
Wait. Did they help in the war effort for Japan?
Pretty much every country. Every country did. Every country's companies did. I'm not sure when.
Yeah, I'm just curious on what they made.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Nintendo did, but I know, like, for example, Mercedes-Benz made engines for tanks for Germany.
Guys, obviously.
Yeah, and BMW made scout vehicles. Yeah, let's look it up.
They just make army cards, like the baseball card, but it's for army members.
Oh yeah, let's see. In World War II.
You collect them all, and then boom, you just like top tier player in the army.
They just made robot Italian men who would run around and jump on weird shaped brown things.
Do you guys think esports was something back in the 1900s and we just didn't know about it till now?
Well, there wasn't.
I did a speech on this.
What defines an E?
The first esports event was in, I forget the year, but it was like 19. Let me Google this again. I forgot.
Here we go. While Ben's doing that, during World War II, Nintendo did 2 big things. One, they made propaganda. A lot of propaganda. At the time, they were still a board game company, and they produced backgammon and different card games promoting the Japanese superiority. And not only that, but they also very heavily worked with corporations to make a lot of newspapers and, of all things, cartoons supporting propaganda in World War II. And funny enough, if it wasn't for Harry Stimson, the Secretary of War during World War II, Nintendo would have probably not existed today, because the original intent was to bomb Kyoto, where Nintendo was headquartered. However, less than a month before the mission, Harry Stimson told Truman, "Don't bomb Kyoto; it's too culturally important." So, thanks to him, Nintendo is here today. Dude,
yes.
we would have not had Luigi if the U.S. bombed Japan and Kyoto.
Louis guy. Who's that Louis guy?
How would I survive without Luigi?
Okay, so the first esports event was the Space Invaders Championship held by Atari in 1980, and it had 10,000 participants.
That is the coolest sounding thing ever. Imagine being the Space Invaders World Champion.
Yeah, there weren't that many events though. It was that, and then there was a huge gap until like modern gaming kind of.
Yeah, in the mid '90s, Nintendo held a lot of like Centipede, Donkey Kong, Tetris tournaments, but it wasn't crazy.
It was like, it was more like arcade games and stuff.
Yeah,
like
more high score based and skill based. Which actually never mind. Of course, a lot of skill. I don't know if you know this, but I'm good at Tetris.
Tetris theme.
That's all I talk about because I have no soul.
Don't worry, we all have our own games.
Yeah, it's a good question. Justice, what is your game? Each of us have our own games that we're very, very good at.
He's a Minecraft gamer, right?
Yeah, it's Minecraft. Okay, so let me just tell you guys this right now. Quarantine started March 14th, around that time. It was like after the SAT. From March 14th till now, almost every single day I've played Minecraft for at least like 8 hours.
Oh.
I feel that.
You see, here's the thing, right? I don't have a social life, and my PC's terrible, so I can't play any like high-end, recent games. So it's like, I actually searched up like out of the top 100 games, I can only play like 3 because my processor is like hella old. So that's something. But I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. Been playing Hypixel a lot, Skyblock. Addicted to that game. I'm currently building a Bed Wars map on my island because that's original.
I like
Other than that, I've been playing a lot of mobile games like Dokkan Battle or Legends, only because Dragon Ball is my favorite anime, and I've invested 2 years into Dokkan Battle, so can't stop now.
Oh, good luck with the shaft.
You're on that grind.
Yes, on the grind. The shaft is a daily occurrence.
It's a gotcha game. Luck is your best friend.
Ooh, gotcha games.
You're not getting anything good, and you might as well quit the game, stop spending money, just go have a life.
You're the biggest fan of gotcha games.
I didn't even know that mobile gaming was that big.
Oh, buddy, you'd be surprised.
Mobile games becoming really big recently, probably because like more people have access to phones and they do like high end.
Yep. And plus, this video was sponsored by Raid Shadow.
No.
Use the link in the description.
Did anyone ever actually play it?
No,
yeah, I don't think anybody plays it.
Yeah, I watched the video by Scott the Waz on it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's horrible," and I was like, "Awesome."
I still get like ads for it.
Dude, it never stops.
Speaking of ads, this video is sponsored by NordVPN.
Oh, that's another big one.
Oh, I actually have NordVPN. I have them. They're really good. They have a very simple and elaborate.
Stop spreading your propaganda on them, okay?
Buddy, I'm giving advice. I like NordVPN. It's the cheapest one and it's the best one, and I will stand by that.
Propaganda. He got paid to do this. We all did, okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
where's my cut then? What?
Oh, okay, well.
Oh.
I may have missed that.
No, if we got paid for this, where's my cut, man? I want at least 10%.
No. Anyways.
No.
I don't know. I've used Nord. I like Nord. I think it's a good one.
I gotta say, if we're talking about old stuff dying, can we talk about Clash of Clans real quick? I just saw this on my store. That game is long.
Bruh. I had it for like 8 days.
I never played it.
That game was so popular too, like everyone played it.
Yeah, I remember like in seventh grade, people were going nuts for that damn game.
Dude, I never played it because I was just not interested.
I never liked mobile gaming. Like the only mobile game I played was Pokemon Go.
Right.
Oh God, why?
Pokemon
It was
Go.
only because my dad loved it, so I played it with him.
Yeah. Let's see. Clash of Clans. My only experience I recall is I had the game for a couple of weeks, and I got leveled enough up to get a clan, to my own clan, and I made a clan. Somebody joined it, and he was like, "Hi." I was like, "Hello." He said ASL, and then I blocked him. And that was the last time I got on Clash of Clans.
The worst part is I actually know what you mean by ASL.
Oh yeah, no man, dude.
I don't know what that means.
Age, sex, location.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Wait a minute, what?
So it stems from Omegle. You know, first thing you always say is ASL, age, sex, location, which is really bad. But
It's the
Yeah,
interweb.
if someone starts a conversation like that, just instantly block them. Don't even continue.
Nima, did you use Omegle ever? I feel like you didn't.
No,
Really?
I didn't. My parents were very protective, and they would never let me use that kind of stuff. And I'm kind of grateful. Because Omega was I think it's safe to say, you know, it was territory for I guess you could say criminals.
Criminals.
It was a bad
Criminal-
site.
Yes, and YouTube stars. Just word.
Yeah, that's
I
what
say
that's.
criminals so that I don't be offensive, but you know, we all know what I'm referring to when I say criminals over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because
YouTube stars.
Yeah, YouTube
criminals,
stars.
Political leaders.
You know what? Let's go on Omegle right now. Let's do it.
No.
Wait a minute, what? No.
I'm gonna just do it myself. Let's see. Oh, this person's name is Standing with Hong Kong. All right, well.
Well,
I was gonna say, Omego's probably been dead for a while now.
Considering
it's just full of memers.
I got the same person 4 times in a row, probably. Let's go ahead and close Omegle and not come back ever again.
All right, yo, guys, I have a question for you all.
Mm-hmm.
Cheetah Puffs.
Okay, so as we all know, school is unfortunately starting in like 9 days.
God bless.
Yes, but we're not in person.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately not in person, which sucks because virtual classes are the worst thing known to man. But you know, since we're all seniors, you know, this is our last year of high school before we go on to college or to work or to go and I don't know, go and live life somewhere in like freaking Fry's, Virginia or something. I don't know.
My last chance to apply to McDonald's.
Last chance to you know, have a somewhat decent life before we just like fall off the face of the earth for 4+ years. So what are you guys looking forward to most about senior year, even though it's going to be virtual for probably like either half of it or the majority of it or all of it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'd say
small. That's it.
I'm looking forward to. I mean, granted, you know, it sucks that we've been online and online. I'm not in person. We haven't been in person for a while. It sucks that we haven't been able to see anybody or really interact. But I mean, one thing that I am looking forward to is, gaining new skills from this, because one of the things that I've found myself, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, during this quarantine, is I found myself with a lot of time because a lot of my obligations kind of stopped with the pandemic. I found myself with more time for myself, more time to work on myself and find some new skills that I've never seen before. So, I mean, I one of the things that I'd say I'm looking forward to now is actually college applications, because I want to be able to present those skills that I built, not just during quarantine, but over the phase of my life.
For me, I would say punching Liam in the face when I see him again. No.
Damn. Okay.
Just saying. No. Probably March 14th, college app day, when we finally get into college or not. I don't know why. Like, I'm terrified, but I'm equally as excited to see what college we'll get into when it comes to that day. You know.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't know.
This is where
It's also Pi Day that day, so that's gonna.
this is kind of
Pi
the
Day.
year that I've been realizing that I needed to have a decision before, and then I never really made a decision. So I need to make a decision about what I want to do. So, existential crisis, maybe.
Oh, dude, gang.
I have those every single day. For me, to answer my own question, like Anthony said, with this quarantine, I've kind of had a lot of time to like, you know, time myself. Like, nothing really to do. I've done a lot of self-reflection. I realized like for the last 5+ years, ever since like middle school, 6th grade, I focused on school. I never really developed a life outside of school. All of my friends come from school or from church, but even then, it's not really all that much. So it's like, wow, I don't really do anything. I haven't gone outside all that much. I've gone outside like a total of 6 times in the last couple of months, like 5 months or something. I've had a lot of time to play video games, which is something I already used to do. I don't know. I've kind of just got into really bad habits, like staying up really early. Like I haven't slept since like, actually, when did I go to sleep? I don't know what time I went to sleep. All I know is I haven't slept in like half a day. So yeah, I spent the last 6 hours building in Minecraft, and the only productive thing I've done throughout the entire summer is college class, and really, math was a piece of cake. That was the easiest class ever. English was only difficult because the papers were boring, and I procrastination in English, man. Like 11th grade English, especially, was just it blew my mind how boring the topics were.
Right.
Yeah.
Understandable.
But one thing I'm looking forward to, I guess, in senior year is, I guess, just getting back into the swing of school, like taking my mind off of like how boring my life actually is. Talking to other people, even though it's not going to be like in person, still talking to people, interacting in a school environment. College classes are going to be pretty challenging for me because I'm not good when it comes to foreign languages, and film and television is just going to be really long. But I don't know. Also, the fact that I'm also looking forward to winter break because then I become an adult legally. I turn 8 this year, so that's going to be interesting.
Ooh.
And then, like Caesar said, college applications and like college day, like seeing if I get into the colleges I want to go to, my dream schools and all that. So I'm looking forward to this year. I feel like this year is going to be probably the best year out of the last. Well, actually, no, nothing can top 10th grade. 11th grade was cool up until quarantine.
Yeah.
Looking forward to like.
I feel like the years progressively got better.
Yeah, I mean, 9th grade was challenging. 10th grade was the best. 11th grade was great up until quarantine, and then 12th grade is just going to be pretty chill, honestly.
And then the quarantine hit. When the quarantine hit.
Yeah. Also, getting back into the shape I'm focusing on. I have a master plan, but I don't know if it's going to work. I'll see if it works. I don't know. I actually have a lot of motivation going into like the start of season.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I've been having an interesting quarantine, so
I'm about to say, Justice, I can sympathize with you as well, man. I've been doing my workout ever since the start of quarantine, and I'm very excited with the results. They don't always come fast, but it's always having that hope. So yeah, bro, I sympathize with you on that, and I'm still, excited for what's to come.
Also, the fact that it's something that a couple of us made. Like we made a better promise a couple years ago. Like especially like since quarantine's happened, it's like I need to like get in shape because I can't lose an arm wrestling match to you or anyone else. It's sore. when we do go back to physical school, I want to be able to arm wrestle you and still beat you.
Are you still on this, Justice?
As soon as we get back to school, you bet we're gonna do an arm wrestle. We're gonna do it.
In that case, I'm gonna start working out. Then okay, like I can't lose an arm wrestle match in sore, man. It's just not. Also, I'm really curious to see if Hayden's taller than me because if Hayden's taller than me, that's gonna be a shocker.
I'm about to say, yeah. Actually, I realized during the quarantine that like some people got taller. Like then I realized like I went to go to the park one day to play with Mario and Sasita, and he was tall, man. He almost reached me, and I'm 6 foot now.
Yeah,
6 foot now,
short gang. Let's go.
I don't know what it is about the quarantine because I grew. I grew more than I ever have right now than before. I grew 1.25 inches. I'm 6'2" right now.
Dude, I need to measure how tall I am. I probably haven't changed all that much.
Like all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh, I'm tall." How tall you been?
I have not measured myself in like a year, so I have no idea.
It's like 5'14". All right, cool.
Yeah, sure. 5'28", just like I do.
You know how I'll be sometime, 1 foot 6'2" inches.
We don't go into that 6 foot game. Can't give the satisfaction to you.
Now that we're talking about all this, man, time is really flown by, and one of the things, I don't know if you guys remember it. I remember it. Maybe it might just be me, but I remember it. I'm still waiting for this. That I think this happened freshman year, where we write a letter to our future senior selves, and then they give it to us senior year.
Bro, I forgot about that.
I just remembered that, and you know what? Now I'm looking forward to see what I told myself as a freshman.
It was during summer bridge, or maybe like the first day of Avid or something like that.
Are they ever gonna give it to us, or are they just gonna be like,
They give it to us at the end of our senior year.
Dude, I don't know if we did that or not. I feel like it's either like a distinct memory or not. I'm hoping we did.
I don't think we did it. I don't remember it.
Because I Because I know that if I did it, like, I said something really, really mean to myself. Because I know myself.
Okay, so for me, right, I feel like this was back before the whole like Vsauce mantra and like all that really stupid. But I feel like I said something typical of what I would usually say to anyone, like, "Hey, hopefully, like you're not dead." For first things first. Hopefully, you actually did well in school. You know, like above a 3.8 GPA at all times. Which, sorry, ninth grade me didn't work out because no, actually, ninth grade biology screwed me over.
I remember
I feel like I told myself like, "Yo, just live life, do well in school, get into a good college,
Live, laugh, love.
And something about buying black jets. I feel like that's something I definitely said.
Yeah. Wait, I think I sat next to you, Justice. And hold on, I'm sorry, Ben. I thought I sat next to you, Ben, when you said that. Or Ben, Justice. I'm sorry. When you said, I remember now that rings a bell when you said you wanted to fly a jet. I remember that swiftly. And you know, now that brings me. Now I remember. I think swiftly what I said in my letter. If we even wrote one, of course. Maybe I'm just being delusional.
Yeah, maybe we're all just being delusional. Who knows?
Maybe.
I feel like I said something encouraging to myself, and I remembered one of the things that I said was to be the best and to fulfill my own requirements. Actually, I find it surprising, you know, that back in my freshman year, I wasn't very intellectual when it came to to real life and knowing what to do in situations, but it came over time, and I'm interested to see how it all comes out after reading that letter and seeing where I am now. So I think, you know, that relates back to a question that Justice was asking, you know, like I think if of course I'm not being delusional, because honestly I don't even know anymore. I say I'm looking forward to that and getting those.
How do you remember doing this? Like, I genuinely have no memory.
Yeah, it could just be like Lima having a delusional mind and just seeding into our brains, or it happened. I really don't know. I feel like if I were to do mine, I would just put "Don't be fat in your ear." Well, guess what, buddy? I broke that promise.
No problem.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see what if we did these letters, what they say on them. You know, what do you think you said, Ben? If you were to say something to yourself, what would you think you would have said?
Dude, I literally can't think of anything that I would tell myself. I didn't have any ambitions in ninth grade. Like, what? Like, I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I genuinely was a husk of just...
A husk of a kid.
I was just cruising along, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So maybe it's
exactly
like...
you would have written to yourself.
Bro, just fine. Bro, just fine.
Hello, gamers. No, this is...
No, you would have been like, "Dear future me, don't eat too many chicken tenders in the cafe."
Yeah, I definitely failed that one.
Oh yeah, buddy, you had a problem. We always stole them from you. We always stole your.
Yeah, I have 2 different brands of chicken nuggets in my freezer right now.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Yeah, I remember Quentin would always take your fries,
Actually,
and so would I.
eat a lot, so Yahoo.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's whatever. So, boys, let's move on here to a brand new topic out of the blue with no segue at all. So, all of us have pets, right?
No.
Yep.
All of us have had pets, right?
Thanks for bringing that up, Caesar. No, I do. I have 5 pets.
Alright,
Cats.
great segue, me. So all of us have pets. All of us have had animals of some kind. Whether it's just a random bird in our ceiling, got stuck up there on accident, or a pet dog.
I have a lot of those.
Oh.
I live in an apartment, so that doesn't happen to me. Sorry.
Alright, Justice, cockroaches, there you go.
Oh my god.
So, this is an odd question. If animals could talk, let's say in a magical world an animal could speak, right? All animals can speak. Which animal would be the rudest? Like, which animal would just exuberate complete assery?
My fish that I killed in 2 days.
Oh.
Okay, no. Have you seen that scene from Nemo where like the girl keeps on jiggling the pack and it's like fish die when you do that? I did that about 2 days after I got it, and I was like, the fish is floating. Why isn't he underwater?
Bruh, She's supposed to be a bad example.
Nemo was the villain from Finding Nemo? What?
Plot
Bro.
twist. You know what? I was a kid. I felt so bad after learning what I really did, and I was like, "Wow,
Yeah,
I really just, I just yeeted the fish."
You liquefied his brain.
Existence.
I'm gonna stick by my answer and say chihuahuas.
Chihuahua? Why Chihuahua, Ben?
Yeah.
Are you being racist,
I feel
Ben?
like... What? Huh? What?
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
It's chihuahuas. It's just chihuahuas. It's just the answer.
Okay. Why is that, Ben? Please tell me.
Have you ever met a chihuahua?
No.
I am Hispanic, yes. I've been around a few dozen.
Yeah, I mean, they're angry, man. They're just angry all the time.
I don't know, man. I think
You know?
cats.
Like, they bark at you and they get mad. And,
And
yeah.
I don't know if you guys know about Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas are so small that their organs can't properly process food. So when they poop, it's just like a stream of like brown. It's
So,
horrible.
like, thank you for this amazing fact, Caesar. I will now take this into my science class and tell my teachers.
It's wonderful.
I'm gonna put that on my college application, man.
Did you know that chihuahuas poop little streaks brown? Haha, funny.
But for
Yeah, dude.
oh man, for rudest animal, I would have to say a giraffe. Let me explain. So, I want you to think about this in a logical sense. You know, you're a giraffe. You're like 25 feet tall. Nothing can kill you. You can kill. You can kill a lion with one kick to the head. Like, your ego must be so incredibly large, as you like stare at birds, you know, eye level, and go, leave, and they leave because you're a giraffe.
Their ego is as big as their
Larger
neck.
than your neck.
Oh my god.
Bro. Yeah. But I would say giraffe or a whale.
I would.
Same thing.
I could actually see that, except if you turn out to be the one bad giraffe with bad genetics that's like small,
With a short
it could
neck.
be vice versa.
You just get destroyed by everything. Like, even the air around you terrifies you.
Yeah, giraffes really
Is that
aren't.
even a thing?
Giraffes, yeah, it happens sometimes. They're really
Short giraffes?
dumb animals. Like, they're really not smart. Survive. The one thing they have is that they're tall, you know? So, like, giraffe kids have, like, a super high mortality rate because they can't survive because they're giraffes.
Giraffes.
I feel like
You need intelligence when you have the neck.
only because, like, I've heard what cats do, and, like, the stereotypes of cats, like, they just, anything you own is now theirs. They'll lie on your keyboard when you're using it, and they'll do it because what are you gonna do? You're gonna yell at them? No, you're not, because they're cats. Like,
I can't confirm.
I
Yep.
feel like cats would definitely be like one of the weirdest animals that could talk.
No, I think I remember the first time I went to my brother's fiance's house. She has a cat. She has a cat named Coco, a little black cat. And I was staying the night because a bunch of reasons. And the next morning I woke up, you know, had a computer. I was doing paperwork. I grabbed some water. I turned back, and the cat had knocked the computer on the floor, and was sitting on top of the computer on the floor. And I was like, wow.
I think he's trying to vibe you.
Yeah, I was like, wow, what happened? He did cat. He cat. Incredible.
That's what I'm saying,
Did the
man.
cat
The
thing,
the cats don't care about your feelings, man.
Really, that's really
Yeah,
true.
they do.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
you guys just haven't met nice cats.
Oh, I have a cat now.
I've
Is
never
there such
owned a
thing?
cat.
No, yeah, I have a cat now, and I love him
The
very
two
much.
kittens that I just got are the most adorable.
Your
nice
kittens are
things ever.
evil, man.
No, they're amazing.
They unplugged your router.
I still think that's hilarious.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like your cats are monsters, Ben. Based on what you've told me, you know.
Well, yeah, they do have their moments where they're like, "Why'd you do that?" But when you're like sad, they like walk up to you and like cuddle with you and stuff, and it's amazing.
Oh, that sounds very wholesome.
So, like any deceitful human being.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
The Romans are really cool.
Yeah, they built like pillars and stuff.
They built like pillars and stuff. Dude, that's pretty cool.
Those like circle pillars, bro, like cylinders. They invented the cylinder.
Yo, they invented the cylinder. Not gonna lie. Yeah, the Greeks cringe. The Romans keck, obviously.
Romans had big round boys for their buildings.
The Romans had Julius Caesar. He's cool.
Yeah, he died
Julius
also.
Caesar, epic.
He did get stabbed in the chest 44 times.
Yes,
That's okay.
And then they named.
He did get assassinated, you know, by his own friend as well. But you know, other than that, he was pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, you don't talk about it. You know, something that happened to me when I was in middle school. I want to tell you guys this.
You got backstabbed?
Times.
No, I didn't get stabbed. But every year on March 15th, the Ides of March, right? The day that Julius Caesar got stabbed like 2,050 years ago. Every year, the students at that school, because I was in the STEM program at Endeavor Middle School, and the STEM program was hated.
Yeah.
No one liked the STEM program. So, they would always like try to mess with the STEM kids, and they knew about the Ides of March, and they knew my name was Caesar. So when I was in 6th grade, they pushed me into the mud and stomped on me.
Jesus.
Why'd you laugh after that? Holy!
In 7th grade, I was beat in the restroom senselessly. I'm not joking,
Dude,
dude.
Endeavor is so bad.
They beat me so bad in the
my
restrooms.
God.
They told
did you
us
go
in the
to?
STEM program. They told us in the STEM program, do not go to the restroom alone. Always go with somebody else. Those students don't like you. But I had to pee, so.
Bro, I would not have taken that. I'm not even gonna lie. It's
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy. I'm not gonna
What do you mean you would not have taken
I'm
that?
not gonna put up a fight against seventh graders, as you know, just as one. Anyways, but 8th grade comes around, you know, and this time I caught on. I was like, tomorrow's March 15th. Tomorrow something's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna get hurt
And
or
then you're just
something.
gonna hold a knife and sit in the bathroom.
So I was like, what's my plan? I gotta do something. So I was like, here's what I'm thinking. So I set up a scheme,
Master plan.
right? I set up a scheme because they knew in 8th grade I was in the Minecraft club, and yes, we had a Minecraft club, and yes, it was awesome.
Dude, epic.
Minecraft club was right around the corner from the school's back exit where you can go, and right there is always a cop. Officer Rodriguez, he was always there. So I was like, I'm gonna do a funny. So I waited for the Minecraft club at 4 p.m. That's when the club ended, and surely enough, here comes this group of 8th graders, like so 6 of them. Yeah. One of them with Xavier. Yeah, 6 of them, and they saw me, and I ran, and they ran after me, and I ran outside right to the cop, and the cop saw them, and they all got in trouble, and the next day they beat me up again. But you know what? It felt good.
Wow.
Yeah, why do you think I have a lazy eye? It's because you beat the hell out of me.
Jesus. Okay.
That's-
You know.
Dude, middle school was
your
it.
experience is way different from mine. Oh.
Yeah, SOAR Prep had like no fights. So,
John Stokes, that's all they
Well,
had.
aren't you guys supposed to be already like the SOAR kids where nobody gets into fights?
Ugh, boy.
Nah, there was 2 fights. the whole
Whoa,
time.
2 fights. Whoa, buddy,
Yeah.
calm down.
Not compared to the 30 that David G. Millen would have yearly.
Okay, Lima,
Yeah.
Lima, you went to the preppiest prep school of any prep school out there. You went to David G. Millen. You have no right to
No.
speak.
At
Bro,
least with the
bro,
soccer kids and
bro.
the Hispanics, you don't even know. We
Bro,
would get-
bro,
oh
I will
my God,
ping-
We don't get into fights for the dumbest reasons.
I will ping Rachel right now and ask her.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah?
Rachel
Yeah?
knows not even
You
what
know what?
do.
I'm gonna call her. Right. Get on the podcast. I'm gonna call.
Oh my god. See, you guys
Right now, call her.
experience was
Right
way
now.
different from mine.
Yeah. Hold on. Real
No,
fast.
guys, like for my middle school, right? So like middle school throughout all 3 years, I was always the oldest kid on campus because for the first 2 years we were on an elementary school campus because it was a STEM program that was like built like it was conceptualized when I was in 5th grade. Like the application and everything, I was still in 5th grade when it happened. We were always the big kids on this campus.
Mhm.
Like there was like a handful of like short like minor issues between students. There was one time, I think it was 6th grade. It was 6th grade or 7th grade. There was 2 students who started a lunch run in the cafeteria. I didn't know about this because it happened. I was outside the cafeteria, right? And so I hear about it, and we're like in class, and we have to clean up the cafeteria area because like basically everyone in 6th or 7th grade was blamed for it, and I'm saying like this is the dumbest thing ever. Who decides to start a lunch fight? And it's like it was so stupid. It was really dumb. And in like 8th grade, there was like one fight between 2 females, and there was like I don't know if you guys have ever been. Like, you guys live in like West Lancaster or Palmdale. You guys have never been in like East Lancaster. There's this really famous road called Challenger Way. I think it has to.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Challenger Way.
Anyways, yeah. So like my 8th grade middle school was built near New Vista, which is basically near Challenger Way, and so there was a fight near. It was either near a McDonald's or near a gas station. The two were really close to each other. Like one was across the street from the other, and 2 girls got into a fight, and one of them got expelled, and then the other person got suspended for like 3 days or something. And I'm sitting here like, that was like the only fight that ever happened at that school ever.
Really?
Funny, the girl ended up going to New Vista, so it was like she basically was still, she was close enough to our school where we like some of her friends would still talk to her. But yeah, it was hilarious. Other than that, I've never been in any fights, and I've never seen any fights at any of my middle schools.
Right.
Elementary school, that's a different story.
Yeah,
I was about apart from fights at my school, there was a huge problem of hero. This is gonna sound funny. There was a huge problem with students with other students' pants down.
Oh god.
Oh, pantsing? Oh my god.
It became such a huge problem at our school because everybody was just so dumb. I remember nobody would want to go out of the locker room, and everybody tied in their pants to the point where you couldn't pull it down because everybody was that afraid. No, yeah, I remember I tied mine down to the point where I couldn't breathe because I was like, my crush is right in front of me. I'm not gonna get pantsed in front of my crush.
Right.
Oh.
I remember too. I told my friend, I was like, dude, you better pull your pants up. You better hold on to them. Right as I said that, someone walked up behind them, pulled it down, and ran. And
bro, Jackie's right
one
there.
Time someone got in trouble because they didn't just pull down someone's pants.
Oh god.
Bro, flat out.
They got expelled for that, but I remember that they wouldn't leave the poor kid alone because that was when people actually cared about size.
Man, what even was pantsing? Like in reflection, it's like why did we do that in reflection? Like, it wasn't really funny, and it really isn't funny now.
It was so dumb. I look back and I kind of laugh now because I'm like, you know what? We really had a problem with pantsing. I remember it became a problem 2nd semester, and this was 8th grade. This was 8th grade, and we weren't even 7th graders.
Yeah, I remember the first thing, during our first assembly of the year in 7th grade, the principal was like, all right, a couple of rules, matching, blah, 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 and most importantly, no pantsing. And nobody pantsed anybody, because who the hell pants? Like, who does that?
See, it became so bad that every time a PE class happened, the vice principal, whose name was Mr. Gatlin, this guy was intimidating. Mm-hmm. Huge guy. He would always have to supervise us during PE because I remember that we had I remember that it became a trick at some point. We had a soccer tournament. I remember one time someone just walked up to the goalkeeper pants and they scored.
Just dipped. Suffer.
And I remember that they chased the guy down. Like, we had to have our security go after him because he just ran.
Bro.
I honestly, I think pantsing was an even bigger problem than fights. That's how bad it was.
That never happened with me at all. Like, at any of my school. Okay, so right, I remember 2nd grade. I remember a bunch of boys would like be sagging, have their pants down, showing their underwear, which is really stupid. I don't know why that was a trend, especially that early on. Like, bro, you're only like 7 years old. What are you doing? And then I remember yogging. Like you pull someone's hair back. I remember that was something.
Oh, yikes! Yeah.
Funny enough, right? Here's a story for you. So I have this friend, a female friend. I've known her since the 2nd grade, so I've known her for a decade at this point. And I remember that, so she was a friend with this other girl, and we were in the same friend because we bonded over Minecraft. Basically, Minecraft helps anyone bond with anyone.
Right.
And so I remember I pulled my friend's hair down because she wanted to tell me something, but she was keeping it a secret. And, this is back when I had anger issues. I was a really impatient kid. I didn't take any of that crap, right? So I was like, "Tell me what you want to tell me." And then And then like basically it was like this other girl in our friend group had a crush on me, and I'm like, oh, that's it. You could have just told me that. This is 7th grade. I don't understand anything that's going on.
This is 7th grade. We're adults now.
So I yogged my friend's hair, and that's how I figured out. That's how in the same day I figured out the girl liked me, and then we started dating, and it was only lasted like a short time. And that's
the
7th
beauty
grade,
of,
man. That's a lot of stories from 7th grade.
yeah, that's the beauty of middle school dating. You know, it really isn't dating.
It doesn't exist.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? 7th grade. After it was like so. Basically, the relationship lasted for like 6 days. Yeah, I know, really long relationship.
Yo,
really
dude,
long.
6 days. Wild.
So here's the thing, right?
New record.
The week that followed was like the best week of my life. This happened in like September. I remember that a lot of things happened in September. Like, anyways, so the first day I was depressed. You know, it's like, oh damn, first relationship, and we already broke up. This is pretty sad. This is pretty not epic. And then like the next day, the cafeteria had extra teriyaki chicken or orange chicken. I think it was orange chicken. They had extra chicken. They had extra chicken. This was something at my elementary/middle school. Whenever they had extras, you could get seconds or thirds. I remember at my time, you would get like 2 to 3 servings of chicken, dude. It was the best.
Here's the thing, like I totally understand you, you know?
Right? And then the next day was extra chicken, and then like the Friday before the weekend, I was one of 2 people in my grade that got to taste test churros. And I'm like, dude, this week has been epic.
This is the dream.
It really was. Like,
but he also got
extra chicken. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I got over to like by the second day of this extra. I'm like, oh yeah, no, break up. Oh, I don't care about that, man. The chicken.
I got chicken.
I got that extra teriyaki. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, dude. And then the churros, like, oh, dude, that was the best week of 7th grade for me, man.
I remember in 6th grade. Oh man, so there was a currency in 6th grade, right? There was a currency, and that currency was chicken sandwiches. Every Friday they would serve regular or spiced chicken sandwiches. Let me explain to you the currency system in middle school, right? So on the very top, we'll call it units. Worth 1 unit was the plain chicken sandwich, the gold standard, if you will. Worth 2, the spiced chicken sandwich. You remember those little like frozen ice cream things we had? Those are worth 3. Those are worth 3. And here's the really broken one. They had these raisins called raisels. They're like sour raisins. They were worth 5. So, here's what I did. As a kid, I was like, okay, how can I maximize the amount of money I'm making at school? So, I was like, I gotta figure this out. I can't buy the chicken sandwiches online. I can't buy anything like that. But I can buy the raisins. They were $24 for a pack of 24. So, I convinced my mom to buy them off the website. And I brought 5 packs that Friday at school. And with 25 units, I bought like 13 chicken sandwiches off my friends. And I had like.
About to ask if we're talking about cigarettes.
No.
Sandwiches.
Different currency. No. So I had like 10 chicken sandwiches. I remember just like walking. My backpack was full of chicken sandwiches. Walking back and forth to school for like 6 days of chicken sandwiches. And on the 6th day, I had 1 left. And like it was gross. You know, it's old. It's an old chicken sandwich in my backpack. And I was like, oh man, I gotta get rid of this backpack. I gotta get rid of this chicken sandwich before it goes bad. So I traded with my friend. And he gave me his Pokemon cards. And I walked away with the Pokemon cards, and he opened a moldy sandwich, and I ran.
Caesar,
maybe that's why they beat me up.
What kind of Pokemon cards were they, though?
It was just some standard ones, nothing crazy. There was a Rayquaza one in there.
Caesar, like the 10,000 IQ plays in 6th grade, my dude.
Dude, I was cunning back in the day. I'm an idiot now, but back then I was smoothing.
He was ambitious.
I had passion.
Future businessman
right here, trading chicken sandwiches.
Honestly, that is future business material. Like, damn, you really were running a business.
I'm already doing internet trading.
Can I go back to like the fight thing?
What? Yeah.
Because in 7th grade, I was put in a chokehold in the locker room. It was pretty great.
You wanna give
You
some
have a
context,
locker room?
please?
Yeah, we had a locker room. It was pretty cool.
What?
So can you explain?
yeah,
I guess.
It was cross country. I think it was in the morning. So we were all changing out of our stuff. I believe it was like right before class, and we were in the locker room, and this dude, this 8th grader, was he was he was not a friendly man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So he got mad at me for something. I don't even remember what it was. It was like the stupidest thing. But he just like ran across the room and just tackled me and then put me into a chokehold. And then he was like, say you're sorry. I was like, what the? It was like the dumbest thing that ever happened to me. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm never talking to this dude again. I'm done.
Wait, so what was it? The guy was what?
The guy was just mad at me for like some random reason. I don't even remember. I think it was because like we had hula hoops or some shit. Like something. It was like something like that. We had just like hula hoops.
Bro,
and I think
you stole my hula hoop.
I don't know what it was. What was it that I grabbed like the last hula hoop? It might have been that. I'm not even kidding. Like it might have been.
Bro, you shouldn't have grabbed the last hula hoop.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like that.
Oh, that's the
I do
funniest
remember
thought.
another story that happened in the locker room. It was between Quentin and Tyler.
Oh.
So Quentin stole Tyler's hat, and then Tyler just... Or wait, no, it was the other way around, wasn't it? Wait. Who was it that got nated? Someone got nated. So someone stole someone's hat, and then they just like jumped at them and hit them in the balls.
Oh, I think it was Tyler got hit by Quentin in the balls. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Because Tyler took Quentin's hat.
I think it would have been Tyler took Quentin's hat, yeah. that was a great experience.
Damn.
We had a couple of people who just went around and broke people's locks. They didn't even steal anything, they just broke the locks.
Just flat out. And that's it?
Yeah. I think we all sucked at like trying to be intimidating. Like
bunch of intimidating little gremlins.
Exactly.
But you know, it's fine. Here we are now. We're all vibing.
We're all vibing, just
at SOAR.
Stories of our medical adventure.
Yeah, that's the term I'm gonna use. Vibing.
We're all vibing. Those were simpler times. Back when the world wasn't, as chaotic as it is now, we could actually go to school and get pants by other students.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, I miss pantsing.
I feel like Lima was the type of person that's pantsing.
No, actually, I wouldn't. I was really laid back. I was the type of person that you could have hit me and I wouldn't hit back. Like, I still am now. Unless you're really tripping my wires, I won't do anything. But if you really provoke me, then I'm not going to be as restrained as I used to be. I remember before actually same incident, I was put in a chokehold, but this time it was 3 people. I remember that one of them wanted to punch me, so the guy that was holding me, I kneed him in the balls, and I said, "Get away from me."
Damn.
That'll do it.
And then he punched you anyway, and everything was horrible.
No, then the teacher came over, and it became the simple problem of they never got the bully in trouble, but when you fought back, you got in trouble.
Yep. God bless, dude.
So I had to do 30 great, I got out of that easy. He could have sent me to the principal's office. I just had to do 30 push-ups, and right in front of him.
Man, bullies, don't be a bully. That's today's lesson. Don't be a bully.
And you are.
Why do schools just like allow bullies to exist? You know?
I don't know.
It comes to a simple case until they witness it with their own eyes. They're not going to do anything, and the problem becomes that bullies at this point aren't dumb enough to just go, "Oh, hey, there's a teacher. Let me hit you right in front of them."
Yeah.
If you are a bully, I am going to curb stomp you.
Back in my day, the teachers bullied the students.
Funny.
Yeah, exactly. It got to the point where it's like, bullies were smart enough to bully students when the teacher wasn't looking. Like, there's also the other thing where the teachers would never be around when it's actually going down. They'd be there either before or after it happens. Like,
literally.
I
yeah.
never got bullied because I've always been a big kid, so no one ever decided to bully me, and I never bullied anyone else because I just don't see any point. And I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble, so like, I'll pass on that. But it's like, it was the dumbest thing ever. Like, the duty-8s or the aides or whatever you want to call them would never see a kid getting bullied. They just see the aftermath and be like, if a kid even like stood up for himself, he'd get in trouble or she would get in trouble. And like the bully would get off scot-free because like what it just doesn't matter if he said, she said, or he said, or whatever. And it's like, who do you believe? The person that you actively saw, you know, being agitated, or the person who caused the person to be agitated? Like,
Exactly.
really, especially in middle school and elementary school, it's the dumbest thing ever. And so it's like, I'm actually glad that there's really not a whole lot of bullying. I mean, they bully people, but it's like...
It's more just like
It's
teasing.
just mentally now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just teasing. Not that many bullies at Sora, I think.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
There's a
like,
few, but...
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think that's it for today's with the Cord. God bless, boys. Let's go ahead and say our goodbyes.